Chaos breaking out all over in the nation of South Africa. Fox's Trace Gallagher has the very latest of the sad story for us right now. Trace?
And Tucker, it's impossible not to draw parallels of what's happening right now in South Africa and what happened here in the U.S. after the death of George Floyd, and what could easily happen again in this country when police are outnumbered and overwhelmed. This video is from the KwaZulu-Natal province, where a mall is engulfed in flames and rioters are dominating the police presence there. You can also see looters going down the road with boxes filled with goods piled up on trucks, dollies, carts, even a tractor. Now, police are firing what appear to be rubber bullets at the larger groups. And get this, witnesses say even armed South African citizens were firing on people in the street, though it's unclear how many, if any of them, were hit. And watch and listen to what's happening in Soweto. And remember the context here. This is supposed to be a protest about South Africa's former president Jacob Zuma being imprisoned for contempt of court, and yet crowds of people are using it as an opportunity to steal everything from furniture to electrical appliances. And now look at South Africa's most populous province of Gauteng, where there is astonishing video of rioters and looters running inside a popular shopping center carrying bags and other items. And again, police are pointing weapons at the looters, but it's a total mismatch. And just like we saw in America, South Africa's small business owners and the poor are bearing the brunt of this because their businesses have been destroyed and critical public services like electricity and water have been disruptive. So far, we have confirmed 10 people have been killed in the chaos. That number will almost certainly rise. Tucker.
Trace Gallagher, thanks so much. We're going to have much more on what's happening in South Africa tomorrow and possibly the day after, assuming it continues. The links between this country and South Africa are deep and profound, particularly politically. Our ruling class did a lot to empower the current government of South Africa, and there may be lessons for the world in what's happening there. One of the lessons is that when chaos strikes, you're on your own.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
Motherfucker! Do that! Go inside, go inside. Stop this mother. Go, 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 go. Stand down. 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 Now. Stand the fuck down. Yeah.
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakodash. That was honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Hey, real quick, man, they showed you a brief update as the riots in South Africa. It looked like the purge out there, as I was reading on Reddit. It says crazy footage. It says crazy footage from South Africa. It says police are nowhere to be found and people are taking the matter of defending the neighborhoods into their own hands. Sounds like a scripture, I know. And when I showed you the clip of Tucker Carlson, Unrest in South Africa, etc. This is what happens when you allow the fucking white man to come in your nation. Everybody starts rioting and looting and stealing and pillaging because, for one thing, this guy, he's oppressive. For one thing, he's taking the necessities and the goods away from people's leisures, and he's holding them over their heads. It's like if you got a dog and you got a bone tied to a string and you teasing him, you know, like come get the bone, and then by the time you get it, he's off the cliff already. That's pretty much murder, man. Like the scriptures say, the fraud not a soul, roughly paraphrasing it, that's hungry. I think that's Sirach, 4th chapter, and it tells you because he will or defraud a hungry soul, because he will curse you to his God, and his answer will be heard of his power. So, you know, long story short, this whole world is in shambles right now due to Esau's tyranny, because the whole world is rising up against Esau, against this totalitarianism, this NWO. That's what it's all about. Now, on that article, not the article, but the video I just showed you of Tucker Carlson, the first video, I believe a lot of those are what they would consider paid agitators, paid writers, because they, you know, they mentioned the whole thing with George Floyd, comparing it to how bad it was. And in fact, people over there putting out guns, it's shit that they're not showing you, you know, because he said 10 people was dead. But the report 3 days ago stated that the death toll was way over 110, meaning that it's a lot more people that died than what they're reporting on. All right, and you cops, man, you getting ready to get it, because, you know, you walk around here like you big and tall because you peaceful right now. But when people start to rise up against you, you're going to hide that badge. That's what you're going to do. But people going to search you out, and they're going to put you down because you serve an oppressive society. You serve an oppressive regime or an oppressive government or establishment, because that's all that this place is a corporation. And going back to the point I made about those being paid agitators, I believe that because during the George Floyd things, you have what they call the BLM, that you know, they give people notifications to go into cities and riot and loot to be justified on causing civil unrest. And I believe that's what's happening in South Africa to some degree. I believe there's real citizens among there too, you know, that's rioting, that don't know what the hell is going on. But all those people you see looting and riding forklifts down the highway, I believe those are paid agitators, man. But even if they wasn't, people are gonna start resorting to that type of violence when they can't feed themselves, man. They're gonna start taking, because people feel like, well, you know, we ain't got nothing anyway. What can we lose? Especially when you got the 1% of the world that owns the world's wealth. People are starting to wake up to these bankers, you know. So when they shut things down and they start to, you know, do away with food and try to control people's livelihoods, you're gonna start seeing this in real time, in real life, and people are gonna be dying. And it's gonna come here to America sooner than we think, because when it hits here, that's when it's really, that's how you know shit really gonna hit the fan. So the Lord is saving the best for the last. Every other nation is doing this, but it haven't come here so far yet. And even if it is here, it's just like little spurts of it. But it's gonna come a time that these people are gonna rise up and they're gonna start doing the same thing, and it's gonna be far greater, because believe it or not, you have more guns in America than you have citizens. You have 350 million people, shit, double the guns by that. She easily got about 900 million guns here, easily. All right. So anyway, just got a precept here, nothing too much, just straightforward. 2 Ezra 9:1, it says, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the part of the science past which I've told thee before. That's what we're taught. This is the signs. Okay, you see these uprides, these race rides, and whatever you want to call them. Look at this. Look at the store. Matter of fact, I'm gonna click on this real quick. Come on, hurry up, man. Look at this. This is parts of the signs of the end. And the Bible prophesied this. Come on, man. This signal. I noticed, man, I think they're jamming my signal in this building. I can go anywhere else and get good signal, but all of a sudden I'm in this apartment. I don't get good signal. And it could just be because it's an old building, but still, it shouldn't be this freaking hard. Turn on Wi-Fi.
Cannot allow anyone to make a mockery of our democratic state, and we have instructed the law enforcement agencies to double their efforts to stop the violence and to increase deployment on the ground.
be ke tlo tile dinthonyana tse ka mo di-cold drink tsela tse ne di lemo tsa di-switch mapaintinyana. I guess the real reason is because kahle ga re na next, and ha so bona batho ba nka at some point o bona hore di-shopo di tlo kwala kaofela and tlo sala o sena next, o so wa ipotsa hore after ntho tse ke tlo survive jwang ntho tse di so.
Yeah, man, this shit's going down out here. It says, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the part of the signs patched which I've told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit a world which he made. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, okay, in the world, meaning the entire globe, it says, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, right? Because the Most High said that he declared unto you things which have not been declared, you know, roughly paraphrasing it. He declared to you things that have not yet come to pass through the prophecies. It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. All right. So this is it. You know, all hell's getting ready to break loose in America, man. They taking matters into their own hands, and you know we can't shut it down until we get the infamous second address, the 15th chapter. And going into verses 15, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people should stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. All right, and when it comes here, it's going to be real. There ain't going to be no agent provocateurs. It's going to be real killing, real murder, real purge. You know, people literally going to be getting killed on the street. Cops going to have an open license to kill, so to speak, to open up on anybody that they deem a threat. It's going to be a lot of bloodshed when it hits America, and deservingly so, because you people are too damn wicked. It says here, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their powers. And it says, and the men should be able to go right. And as we just read, people are taking matters into their own hands. Meaning they're not going to give a damn about 12. They ain't going to give a damn about no fucking Biden, no Kamala Harris. They ain't going to give a shit about them demons. Because in their mindset, they like, y'all the reason why we in this bullshit situation in the first place, which they're just puppets. But nonetheless, they're doing the bidding of the elites. They're not going to give a damn about no Jesse Jackson, no fucking, no senators. Kumo, nobody's going to care about them people, man. They're going to be seeking to kill them. And it says here, and the man should desire to go into a city and should not be able, for because of their pride, and the city should be troubled, and the houses should be destroyed, and men should be afraid. And the man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. All right, so, hey, embrace, brothers. This shit be over here sooner than we think. I mean, you know, I can't tell you it's going to be next week or tomorrow. It can be, but, you know, Lord's will, it'll be sooner than, hopefully, I hope that this shit goes down before the summer ends. All right, because honestly, I'm tired of this place. I'm tired of the people in it. I'm tired of being in this place, man. I just want these people to be destroyed. And with that, all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. And with that, Shalom and a Baba.